Facebook wasn't the first thing I built. I also built chat systems and games, study tools and music players, and I'm not alone. J.K. Rowling got rejected 12 times before she finally wrote and published Harry Potter. Even Beyoncé had to make hundreds of songs to get Halo. The greatest successes come from having the freedom to fail.
And often I think people ask, what mistakes should you avoid making? And, my answer to that question is don't even bother trying to avoid mistakes because you're going to make tons of mistakes, right? And the important thing is actually learning quickly from whatever mistakes you make and not giving up. Right, and there are things every single year of Facebook's existence that could have killed us or made it so that it just seemed like moving forward and making a lot of progress just seemed intractable. But you just kind of bounce back and you learn, and nothing is impossible. You just have to kind of keep running through the walls.
When we first launched, we were hoping for, maybe 400, 500 people, and now we're at 100,000 people. So who knows where we're going next? That connects people through universities and colleges through their social networks there. You sign on, you make a profile about yourself by answering some questions, entering some information such as your concentration or major at school, what books you like, movies, and most importantly, who your friends are. And then you can browse around and see who people's friends are and just check out people's online identities and see how people portray themselves and just find some interesting information about people.
I just figured it would be really cool if there was some website where I could go to that would tell me a bunch of information about my friends and the people around me.
I gotta ask you about that $1 billion offer. True, not true?
Oh, those things are all just rumors, but we don't really try to get distracted by stuff like that. We're very focused on what we're doing, and we're building a website that's helping people communicate in a completely different way.
Rumor true, untrue?
Rumor. It would really only make sense to work with someone who shared our values and stuff like that. But if you look at how we're growing, we're really just at the beginning.
Our focus is all on building a great product that people want to use, right? And it's on helping people share and helping people stay connected with their friends and family and the community around them. We think that if we do that, then more people will want to use the service, and we'll be able to build a great business. But we're in no rush to have an IPO or anything like that. We're just focused on building something good. More people use Facebook on their mobile phones than use it on the web, right? And we think that that's amazing. I just think that's the direction that the world is going to go in. And I think it's just a matter of time before that's the way that the whole world uses Facebook and all that.
I knew nothing when I got started. Right, you have to remember, I was 19 years old when I started Facebook, right? So, probably like the same age or younger than most of you guys.
I think you would be young for this audience, actually.
And I knew nothing about business at all, right? And I didn't even think that I was starting a company. I actually remember when I first came out here for the summer with Dustin because we wanted to learn from Silicon Valley companies, I remember driving up the 101 and seeing all these great companies and thinking to myself, oh wow, these are such amazing companies. Maybe one day I'll start a company. And I'd already started Facebook, right? And it hadn't occurred to me that was actually, so...
How did you learn? How did you learn
well, just
to
from a lot of the
manage
people around me. But there's so many mistakes that just come from not... I really knew so little at the time. So many things go wrong when you're starting a company, and often I think people ask, what mistakes should you avoid making? And, my answer to that question is don't even bother trying to avoid mistakes because you're going to make tons of mistakes, right? And the important thing is actually learning quickly from whatever mistakes you make and not giving up. Right, and there are things every single year of Facebook's existence that could have killed us or made it so that it just seemed like moving forward and making a lot of progress just seemed intractable. But you just kind of bounce back and you learn, and nothing is impossible. You just have to kind of keep